So welcome to the Staff Wellbeing Summer Festival, and these are a few mindful moments to take care of yourself over this festival weeks. And not a lot of us will have the opportunity, like this lady, to sit and watch the sunset on a sandy beach. But wherever you are when you're listening to this, if you can just make a little adjustment to your posture, just so you're a little bit more present, upright perhaps, placing your feet flat on the floor, your bottom quite squarely in the chair, and your head almost as if it's been pulled up to the ceiling. And we're going to do a 3-step breathing space, which is a really good practice to bring your awareness back to the present moment and to really ground yourself in what's happening. And this practice can be used perhaps when you notice times of difficulty, you notice feeling overwhelmed, or acknowledging that something's changed either in your body or with your emotions. Or it can be used as a really good way of taking care of yourself over the day, to check in between work and home, and just to do as a really regular practice to bring mindfulness to your day. It only takes a few moments, so it can be slotted in at any time. So just making a definite change in your posture, placing your feet flat on the floor. Just sitting up from the back of the chair, just so your back's supporting itself. If you're happy to, shutting your eyes or letting them drop to the table or your lap in front of you. And we begin by opening to our experience in this moment and just asking yourself, what is my experience? What's going on for me right now? And beginning with thoughts. What thoughts are around for me? Not looking for thoughts, not searching, but just letting whatever thoughts or patterns that are here in our mind be there. Almost as if you were looking up into the sky of the mind and your thoughts were like clouds that were passing by. You might look into the mind and your mind is full of clouds, full of thoughts. Some of these clouds are dark and threatening, and you wish that they would move on their way quickly. Or you might notice that as soon as you pay attention to thoughts, they all vanish from the mind, and your mind is clear and calm. But whatever your experience is in this moment, paying attention to it, opening to what's here, watching it with your feet firmly rooted on the floor, watching the pattern of the passing thoughts. You might notice themes that are around perhaps. You might notice difficulties that you have in your life at the minute, and these thoughts are around and have been around for some time. Or you might notice passing thoughts that come into the mind but quickly move on their way. And as much as you can, remembering that thoughts are not facts or truths about our life or about the world. They're simply a story that our mind creates. And they come and they go. And we don't have to take these thoughts so seriously. We can decide to disengage from them, to step back from these thoughts. And as soon as we notice we've got caught up in this thinking again, connecting back with our feet on the floor and coming back to simply watching these thoughts, bringing awareness to them. And letting go of thoughts and moving on to emotions or feelings. And how am I feeling in this moment? Can I name it over to myself? Happiness, contentment, irritation, anger, impatience, sadness perhaps, overwhelming feelings. Whatever your emotion is you're a feeling, and opening to this, letting it be here. Watching this emotion as we did with thoughts. The difficulty of coming up close to these difficult or unwanted emotions, wanting them to move on, frustration that they're around at this time, wanting to clear the way for emotions that we would rather have of happiness, calmness, restfulness, and acknowledging our experience in this moment. Letting go of emotions and moving on to the body and our experience in our body. What's here? Scanning the body to pick up on any tension, holding, pain, or where these strong emotions might be played out in our body. A heaviness in the chest perhaps, a tightness in the shoulders, a pain in the head. Observing what's here in our experience, turning towards it, exploring it. And then moving the attention in the second part of the breathing space to the breath. Bringing the awareness into the chest. And sitting with the breath here. The in-breath and the out-breath. Breathing in and breathing out of the body. Watching the breath here. When you notice your mind has wandered off to thinking, planning, impatience perhaps, just guiding it back for these few moments back to your breath. And observing, feeling the breath here. Taking these moments for yourself, for your well-being, for your health. Dropping your awareness to the breath. And then in step 3 of the breathing space, expanding this awareness of the breath as if it was radiating out from the chest to cover the back, the shoulders, the head, moving down to the legs, the arms. So you expanded your awareness to the whole of the breath in the body. And what tells me that my breath is in my legs, my arms, my back? Is it possible to feel sensations of circulation, warmth perhaps, breathing? Being really curious about your experience of the breath and where it's possible to feel it in the body. And as we come to the end of this breathing space, take in this new, expanded awareness into the next few moments of our day, whatever it brings. Thank you for listening to our Mindful Moments.